not sure what time it is, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, it's 9:28 a.m. Anyway, hello. Once again, this video is probably gonna be late. And it's mostly because I ordered some stuff for this video that I was gonna do and use in this video. However, one of the packages arrived on time, the other one still hasn't gotten here, and so it's just gonna be a part of another video. However, this video was gonna turn into a commentary video of some sort while I try to do some makeup. You know, why not? It is 9:29 a.m. on 9/11. Let me first start by saying, take a moment of silence for the victims and those who fell and died in 9/11. It is the 20th anniversary of 9/11. And so we should all, remember them. Now that I've done saying that part, I'm going to show you all what I got. It's not in the box right now, but I'll put it in the box. Just so it seems like I didn't open it previously. So I have kind of already opened all this stuff, but I haven't used any of it. So I'm going to start with the thing that I should probably do first, which is this Morphe 2 Skincare Retox. I said that wrong. Restart and Detox. Let me do the whole, yeah. I got this because I don't really have bad acne, but I don't like how my face looks and all the texture and everything. So really, I just got this. So let me see if I can get better lighting. This is really, really, really annoying. Turn this light off. Move my set on its side. That's better. That's so much better. I might just move this set of pins and use it as a table. I'm back now with better lighting. My stuff kind of turned off while I was moving and everything. But it is purple. It's a purple mask as far as I know. So I'm gonna use that. I have to wait 10 minutes for it to dry. So we can have talk time while that goes on. First off, I need to get something to put this on my face with. I really don't want to use my fingers. I'll find something. Actually, I have a bunch of these. I'll just use. How to use this? Did they actually have like a spatula or something in this spot? Y'all give me a mask, but like no spatula or anything. Child. The ghetto. The ghetto. Anyway, I am just gonna use like the end of this file because I don't use this file anyway. Also, I don't like how high up this is. Maybe I'm just not close enough. Not me literally fixing my setup on camera. I should have all of this really just fixed perfectly before I even start recording, but I'm not that type of person. I'm just gonna sit on some pillows and whatever. I don't want to sit on my knees. That's painful. Much better, much better, much better. Oh. A little bit. Pull this a little closer. Perfection. So I'm gonna move this so I'm more so prone to look directly. Or maybe it's not gonna do that without leaning over. So you know what we'll do? No, because it's not. Here, I'll just add a little. There. That's better. I'm more prone to look into the camera anyway. Anyway, now that I'm back, I'm actually going to get everything out this time before I even start. My hair is going to look a mess, though. I really don't like this, but you know, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Oh my god. That did not just turn green. That's no. No, that's what it's. Also, this. I don't think I need eyeliner. You know what? This is concealer because it's not really helpful when I have earphones. I don't even know what your eye concealer is. I'm just gonna use this and hope that it doesn't end up as the lightest thing in the world. Damn, I'm running out of all my facial cleansing stuff. I should really do this in the bathroom, but yeah, let's go do this first part in the bathroom. Never mind on the doing it in the bathroom part. Someone's in the bathroom. Yay! So instead of doing it in the bathroom like I intended to do, I really should brush with this stuff, though. That'll be fine. I'll just do it a different way. I'll do it after I do the mask. Okay, that's better. Because this mask is gonna take a good 10 minutes to be done. Oh, it's sparkly. So while I'm putting this on and subsequently waiting for it to dry. So Monday was, I did nothing on Monday. I really didn't do anything special, and I didn't even bother on like putting on anything fancy or cool or anything. I just really didn't care that day. Tuesday was more the same. Wednesday was more the same. But during this whole time, I had started, you know, selling art or whatever and doing commissions. Because there's a lot of stuff that I kind of want to help my channel and whatnot. But all that stuff requires money. And so, since I don't have a job yet, I'm getting one eventually, soon, hopefully. I have to make things do on my own in legal ways that I can. I really need to wash my brushes. And this brush is so fucking dirty, it's not even, whatever. It's fine. Y'all can't really see it, but like, girl, the stuff that's coming off of these two beauty blenders, I hate this. This eyeliner was not a good thing. It smudges everywhere and it does not ever stay where it's supposed to be. But it'll be good for this one, maybe. That's everything. Anyway, as I was saying, I have to make ends meet in the way that I can. without, you know, taking money from my parents or anything, because I just don't feel like doing that to them. That's not fair in my opinion. But I still want certain things. And so, in wanting certain things, and then the beauty and, of, you know, teenage dreams and teenage, uh, selfishism, I decided to do my own little hustle and sell some art and stuff so I can get what I want. You know, like a successful human being. In doing that, I haven't been doing. I really just, after selling my art, it worked out for like the first thing that I wanted to do, because you know commissions are kind of expensive, kind of not. You know, usually they can run up to like $300 as far as I know. I didn't want to, you know, siphon anyone out of that much money. I'm not that greedy. I'm a little greedy, but I'm not that greedy. Anyway. So I kinda just set my first one at 30 and my second one at 45, because the second one was a little harder to do for me. Now, mind you, I am not that good at art, in my opinion, but, you know, it's your money and your choice what you want to do with your money. It's not mine. If you want to waste it on my slightly inferior art, go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Anyway, I am only doing this so my hair will stay out of the damn way. Anyway, it's not even working, but you know what? This is not working. I'm just gonna try to hope that I don't put it on my head. In doing all of that, it did work out, and I got the commissions that I wanted. So, after getting those commissions done and turned in, I got my money, and y'all see this? This is so pretty. It's pretty and purple and kind of sparkly. You can't really see it in this lighting. Let me see if I can do something about. Oh, let me see if I can not do something about that. Y'all see this? Y'all can see that, right? Like, wow, that's pretty. Anyway, back up on my light. In doing that, I got all the commissions done and I got them turned in and I got the money. So I decided, you know, at first I thought give it to my parents my mom for bills and stuff, just so I can be helpful. But then I remembered she has a whole thing about her children not giving her money to spend when they've earned it, especially if it's like all the money that they've earned. She just won't take it. She's that type of good person, which is, you know, somewhat odd, but I like it. It's nice. It's better than your parents snatching every little bit of money that you have. There is not a lot of this in this bottle, and I have a big freaking face. So, I don't know who they expected this to really go on to. But it ain't going on my face like it's supposed to. So I'm just gonna squirt it in spots and kinda just, you know, smooth it on. Anyway, after ordering the stuff, I kind of just waited, and I didn't want to record before it got here, because then I would have like 2 different videos with 2 different really things that they were about. Ew, this looks really, really nasty, but it is what it is. And I am not a type of person to want two different videos on two different things and then I don't know what to post. Yeah, I could have saved this video for next week, but that didn't really, go into my plans for my video setups. And if I don't follow my plans, I will get really, really, like, confused. Because then at a certain point, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm doing it, how I'm doing it, when I'm doing it, and I'll get all turned around. And I'm really not in the mood to be turned around today. Or while I'm trying to, because I'm still just starting YouTube. I don't want to be turned around when I'm first starting. That's markup for future failure. This is just so much easier to spread on with my fingers than I was doing with this little freaking nail file. Anyway, in getting what I had to gotten, got what you gotta get got. I had to wait for it to get here. And so, the first package arrived on time, which was Wednesday. And I was gonna record Wednesday, but the second package was supposed to arrive Thursday. So I thought, I'll just wait until Thursday, record, edit my video Friday, and have it posted by Saturday. That was kind of the plan. It didn't go that way. My second package I just got to the freaking international place that it's supposed to be Thursday, which was the day that it was supposed to arrive. So that was a bummer. On top of that, piece of hair in my mask. On top of that, I just didn't have time to wait. So then I figured out that I was going to the pool, yesterday, which was Friday. So I thought, okay, I can just record. Then, it would be easy to, like, just record then and then have it. Because doing a video on one package when you have another package coming, and it seemed like it would be too short. I'm not trying to do 30-minute videos. I'm trying to do more than 30-minute videos. I'm trying to really just... If I do hour videos now, I'll be used to doing hour videos later. And that's kind of what I want for my channel, for it to be long, nice, content-filled videos of me doing whatever I'm doing that day. So... I went to the pool Friday. Well, I went to school Friday. It was kind of a mostly boring day. Besides figuring out that I have another set of, actually first, I didn't tell y'all this, did I? So, the band teacher that they have at my school now is a different one from when I was first going there last year. He's a new band teacher, and on top of that, unlike the last band teacher, he has us do scale tests almost every week now. I think that's what he's going for, which is a little bit of a problem because I kid you not, I cannot really, like, I can't look at notes and read them and know what fingering I'm supposed to do and everything. I just can't do that. It just doesn't. It don't compute to me like it's supposed to compute to me. This is supposed to be on for 10 minutes, by the way, so I'm just gonna talk for 10 minutes. But I only have 30 minutes of recording time for some odd reason. Which means I need to go and delete some stuff off of my hard drive, which I will probably do when this time runs out. Anyway, So he's having us do scale test every Friday. I didn't do my scale test for, I think it was F, B flat, and E flat. Those scales. I didn't do them. Why? Because I knew that either way I was really gonna fail, so I would rather fail without embarrassing myself in front of the whole freaking class than to embarrass myself in front of the whole freaking class and still fail. So I just didn't do it. And not doing it, I figured out that we're gonna have another one next Friday. And I'm like, okay. So now I have to make sure that I do that because one test failing is fine. I can like cover that up with other grades and whatever and be fine. But to test, no. There's no way I'm covering up failing two tests. There's not enough classwork for that to work out in my favor. So I have to figure out how to deal with that this week. Well, next week, technically, since it's only Saturday. Which is something I really don't want to deal with. But anyway, after that, after figuring out that we have a scale test for next week, I was kind of perturbed, but I was fine because I'm just gonna come in during lunches on some days and practice. What was I talking about? Anyway, then I went on to my fifth period, which is my art class. Y'all all know I don't really do much of anything there, but he's setting up the computers and doing inventory and whatever. And instead of doing the inventory himself, he's making us do it. Yeah, we have to do the teacher's job for him. So after doing some inventory in fifth period, I went on to lunch. I sat with my brother. I ate and blah 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 blah. That was that for the day. And my last two periods are math and U.S. history. I went to go to geometry for sixth period. Went through that. Came out of geometry for sixth period. And then I went on to my U.S. history class, which I like her, but I don't like her. She talks about a lot of, lately we've been talking about a lot of the injustices of America, and it's real deep crap that I don't want much to do with, but I had to write a letter, well, because it's 9/11 today, so yesterday was 9/10, and she decided, okay, we'll just have all the students write, first off, interview someone 35 or older that they know who could remember 9/11 and ask what they were doing and blah, 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 whatever. Previously, before that, I already had a letter to write, because she had us, we're on the Indian section in the 1800s and with the killing of the bulls and whatever. So she had us write a letter putting ourselves in the place of a Indian who had to go to a boarding school and be changed from that, from like the whole kill the Indian not and save the man thing, which was kind of irritating to do. But I understand her point of trying to get us to understand that. Didn't like it, but I understood her point. After doing that, I had to go home. So I rode the bus home, and I stayed home for 2 hours trying to charge my phone, which was taking forever because I was going to record while we were at the pool. Phone was not charged enough for that to happen. Sure, we went to the pool, and you know, I newly learned how to swim, so I'm just swimming around and having fun and talking with my brother and just playing, and we're just having a good time. Like, Okay, like we had the last time. And things are going well, things are going fun, and I'm just really happy. And I'm playing with my brother, and I kind of swim over into the deeper end, and I swim underneath the water trying to swim away with my brother because we were playing like tag or whatever, childish game. And I end up not being able to make it to the other side so I can grab onto the ledge or anything, or and B, not being able to make it up out of the water to catch my breath. So I'm kind of drowning. Um, and I tried to come up first time, it didn't work. I tried to come up the second time, it didn't work. And then suddenly, my mom swims over and she grabs me and she tries to throw me up out of the water so I can get out because she can't really like she needed to get me to breathe. I tried to grab onto her for safety at first, and then I thought I need to stop panicking. A, and B, I need to make sure that I'm not hitting or dragging anyone down with me because if I'm going down, I don't want to take another person down with me. Just that's just not fair, and that's just not the tea. But how dry is this? Nowhere near dry. But she threw me up. I caught one breath. I have never been so thankful. I don't like this being teacher, but I've never been so thankful for him teaching us breathing techniques to play our instruments. So what he had us do was to breathe in for like 4 beats and breathe out for 8 beats, you know. And he told us that by the time we get to beat 8, we should be completely out of air, not before and not after, which is kind of hard for me because if I'm taking a full breath, trust and believe during those 4 beats, at 8 beats, I'm still gonna have some breath left. But we kept doing that until we got to a point where he had us take in a breath for 1 beat and hold it for 16. Well, and breathe out for 16. When I was trying to catch my breath, um, after my mom had thrown me up, I didn't have that long. I barely even had long enough for 1 beat. But I came up, I caught as big as a breath that I could in those 2 seconds, and I ended up, my body just sunk back down. Okay. After my body sunk back down, I was stressed out. But I was trying not to panic, so I let myself sink down while I was holding my breath so that my mom and her friend could try to help me up out of the water without me pulling them down or anything. They got me out of the water. I was coughing and I coughed off like you know how when water gets in your lungs you end up not really coughing up water but this white mucusy stuff. And I did that and honestly I was so shaken. I wasn't really scared. I was annoyed with myself. If you all didn't know, 2 or 3, I think it was, no, it was freshman year, so 3, like 2.5 years ago. Um, it was when I first figured out that I would be myself and whatever. And I was trying to hide it from my parents because I just assumed that they wouldn't be okay with it or whatever. And oh god, this stuff does not look good when it's drying. Ew, you can see all. I really need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of that. And this. All this here is not gonna do. It's not gonna do at all, baby. I was, really just. It was the first time that I had decided. Honestly, freshman year for me was really crazy. I came to freshman year as I normally do every year, not talking to anybody, not trying to do anything with anybody, and just kind of staying on my own. However, like halfway through, no, like after the first week, I decided that that year I would indulge in what I was feeling inside myself and just go ahead and BK. I ended up with my first kind of boyfriend. He wasn't that. He could not feel love apparently, so we broke up. Like, we were together most of the year. We broke up before I got hit by, and that's another part for the story. Let me not get ahead of myself. We broke up before Christmas break. Um, After that, I was walking around school in my mama's heels, 7-inch heels, huge heels. I was really, like, feeling myself and whatever. And it was a fun time for a while. Then some boy thought that, I don't know what he thought. He liked my best friend. And I guess he assumed that I was with her. This mask has such a pretty glow to it. But I guess he assumed that I was with her, even though clearly the man in heels is not with her. It also may have been that a week prior to that, he saw me at lunch in like these black leather knee-high heels, and he called me a slut, a whore, and a faggot. Sorry to anyone that kind of triggers. It triggers me too, but those were the words that he decided to say. After saying that, I walked after him because I was real deal gonna fight him, and then he decided to embarrass himself while walking into a lunchroom full of children and running away from a dude in heels. Yeah, you really do look like you can fight at this point. So, it might have been that. He may have been salty from that, but I was coming home from trying to get some makeup for myself because it was around October and it was around Halloween time, and I wanted to do something, special for Halloween and dress up and whatever. I ended up not being able to do that because I got hit by a car. Now, mind you, the car was also in the wrong because I was walking through the crosswalk when it happened, and the car was nowhere to be seen. And she was far enough away that I could have done a little dance in the street and made it over. However, she was speeding. So I really didn't think, I thought she was far away, but since she was speeding, she was not that far away as far as time and driving goes, and she hit me after I was pushed, so I was kind of off my balance or whatever, and I didn't fall down, but I was trying to catch my balance, and I couldn't, and so she hit me. I ended up breaking my collarbone on this side and this arm right here. Now, for those of you who don't believe me, I actually still have a plate in my arm and a huge scar here, and scars where the pins were, and a scar here, whatever. I kind of avoid looking at them because they make me uncomfortable, but it is what it is. It happened, and there's not much that I can do about that. Anyway, where was I going with this story exactly? Oh yeah, why I was frustrated. So, having that happened, I was out for a good 2, maybe 3 months. And I remember after I had almost drowned, I had just had a conversation with my mom the other day. Like maybe a day or two ago. And I was talking to her about being in marching band because at my old school, if you were in band, you were in marching band. There was no difference, and you didn't really get a choice. You chose band because you wanted to be in marching band. And at the time I did. I loved marching band while I was in it at that time up until that situation, and then I just decided that it wasn't for me. Well, I didn't decide that until I was in band class, and I wanted to originally, in the beginning of the year, go into marching band. And then I realized that I had formed a hatred for band because the people in the band that I went to, were really just they weren't great people, you know. Nobody called in to check up on me. No one tried to even ask if I was alright when I got hit, besides my mom. And, that was it. And, you know, I felt like y'all are supposed to be my friends, and y'all didn't even. It's like y'all didn't even care. Everyone knew I had gotten hit by the car. Everyone knew it. No one. So when I came back, no one asked what had happened, whatever. But I felt like when it came to almost drowning, that the minute. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. Anyway, back to me having a conversation with my mom. I had a conversation with her about not wanting to be in band and actually just, you know, making choices for me because of me. Originally, before I started posting videos on YouTube, I wanted to be a beauty guru. As I said that in the video that never got posted because I accidentally deleted the footage, but I wanted to be a beauty guru. But the reason I wanted to be a beauty guru was not because of me. I love makeup, you know. It's still something that I love. But the reason why I wanted to be a beauty guru was because I looked up to a beauty guru um uh, at the time, and I wanted to be like them so much that I tried to pattern myself after them in every way because they had a happiness about them that I just, at the time, I was really depressed and I didn't have. So I think this is about ready to peel off, except for on this side, and that's because I put too much on that side. It said a thick layer when it really meant a thin layer. Anyway, so I kind of like tried to. That was the reason why I wanted to be a beauty guru, just because I saw them do it and I thought, oh, that must be the source of their happiness. And you know, if I become a beauty guru, then I'll get that same, you know, happiness, which is what I wanted. Oh, at the time. Now I realize that patterning myself after someone else just because they have something that I think I want isn't healthy because it's not gonna be me. And I want whatever I do to be genuinely and authentically me, not someone else's dream that I'm copying. So I realized that with me being in band, the reason why I loved band was because it was another situation where I was just copying. You know, I was using band as a crutch to explore myself instead of, you know, being in band because I wanted to be in band and because band was something that I really liked. I was instead using it as a mental crutch on myself and my life. So, after talking with her about that, she just said that she wanted me to be happy and that she'd noticed a change in me in what I've been doing lately and really just taking that step forward to do what I really want to do, which is be a vlogger and just live my life, but also still give back to YouTube because, as I said in the video that I accidentally deleted the footage of, um, my whole reason for getting into YouTube is because when I was depressed the most, my parents couldn't reach me. As much as they wanted to, they just couldn't. There was no way. I wouldn't let them in. I shut them out. However, YouTube was something that I couldn't shut out. It made me happy and it gave me peace and solace to keep going. Or rather, the power and ability to keep going. Because I saw so many people's lives who had come from, you know, not the best of backgrounds, and yet they still were pushing forward, even with scandals and everything going on around them. They still attempted their best to keep going and keep going forward. And I envied that in them because it was something that I felt like I couldn't have. Like I didn't feel strong enough to have the ability to keep going without a crutch. And so YouTube became kind of a crutch for me, but it wasn't something that I unhealthily, depended on. I still got up and ate and, lived life and, tried to exist in the real world. But it was helpful. And so I want to be that for someone else. When it comes to being an advocate or being helpful, sometimes the most helpful thing you can do is simply show someone that no matter what they go through, they can still push through in life. Because a lot of people feel like when things go bad and things go wrong, that's the end all be all for them. That's how I felt at the time. That it was the end all be all for me, and like I just couldn't. Girl, this part didn't even dry at all. Anyway, but I felt like I just couldn't. I couldn't come back from what I was dealing with at the time. Was that the truth? No, it was not the truth at all. But I felt it, and I went along with it. As far as life goes, I'm gonna put on this next part of my cleansing process because this is probably gonna become a daily routine. But actually, I have to pause here and delete some footage.
Cut the cameras. Dead ass.